Hello everybody, welcome to StockShaala. Today we are pleased to announce a new video on Nifty Technical Analysis. With this video, let's try to understand Nifty chart from a long-term perspective and a short-term perspective. So that said, let's get started. Okay guys, I'm in TradingView terminal and I've loaded up Nifty chart with a weekly time frame. So weekly time frame helps us to understand long-term perspective. Now the first and the foremost thing about any technical analysis is drawing a trend line. So let me pick up a trend line and connect the low point and the higher lows. So there we go to the trend line. And people who do not know about trend line, let me explain. There are three types of trend lines. So one is bearish trend line, a bullish trend line, and a sideways trend line. So when price starts making higher highs, the trend is said to be bullish. When the price starts making lower highs, the trend is said to be bearish. And when price is in a range or in a band, the trend is said to be sideways trend. Okay, so that said, now let's see. Nifty is trying to tell us that Nifty is in a bullish trend because it has made higher highs, right? So Nifty is in a bullish trend. Now, since we know that Nifty is in a bullish trend, let's try to understand what are candles trying to tell us. Is candle telling us that Nifty is still in a bullish mode, or Nifty has reached to a saturation point from where it can start reversing, right? So looking at the candle which Nifty has formed in a weekly chart, that this particular candle, which was a previous week candle, this indicates that it is a Doji. So now people who know about candlestick pattern, they clearly understand Doji means indecision in the market, or people are confused. So this is the confusion state, right? So this is the confusion state. Now what might be the reason for this confusion? It's a straight question, right? What is the confusion? Why are people confused at this particular point? So if you try to zoom out and then see, this is the level. This was the previous high which Nifty had made. And then as soon as it made a previous high, there was a big fall, right? If you see, there was a consecutive red candles, and that is the reason why people are confused. So at this point in time, people are just bothered about this particular move, whether there will be this big move towards the trend line, or Nifty will break this high and create a new high. So this is the confusion that people have. So that's the reason we ended up with the Doji in a weekly candle. So now let's switch to a daily candle and see what are daily candles telling us on a daily basis, what these candles are trying to tell us. Right? First, let's try to draw a zone here because it's clearly a zone. That gives us a clear-cut idea on the chart. Okay, so now I've drawn a zone. So this is clearly telling us that since it has come to the previous level, there is some kind of confusion among people, right? So also, if you see, if people who know about chart patterns, this is also a classical double top pattern. Right? So this is the top one and this is top two. This is a classical double top pattern. So double top pattern indicates that there is bearishness. Right? It's a reversal pattern, and whenever it finds a double top, there will be some downside correction. Okay, so this is one point where we feel that Nifty might correct, right? And another point is, this is a trend line, long-term trend line, and if you see at the trend line is very far away from the price. Whenever the price goes very far away from the trend line, it tends to correct, and then if it finds a support at the trend line, then it will again start its up move, or it will break the trend line and start its new trend. So now if you see, it is away from the trend line and it has formed a double top. Also on the weekly chart it has made a doji. So all things are indicating that Nifty might try to come down. So now if it tries to come down, what are the possible levels where it can try to come down? Right, for that let's try to use Fibonacci Retracement. Okay, so let's zoom in a bit. We have a clear understanding. So now let me consider the lowest point and the highest point. So looking at that, so this is the 23% retracement. So this is the possible level where Nifty can first try to make an attempt, and if this level is broken, right, this is the possible level. Now the importance of this level 38% is that it is also trying to find a resistance at this point. So if you see previously Nifty had faced some resistance at this level. So if Nifty tries to come towards this level, this can act as a support. So there is also a minor gap at this particular level. So Nifty, if it starts correcting, it can first come towards this 23% retracement, then come down. If it breaks successfully, it can come down and fill this gap as well. So this is a small gap, around 40 to 50 points of gap which it has created. So that gap can also be filled, and then it can come down and take this support and then start its next leg of move. So that is possible. So that is the one possibility which we can see as of now. Now let's remove this and also remove this trend line and check with the moving averages what moving averages are trying to tell us. Right? So I have 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average, and 50-day moving average. So usually 50 crossing 200 on the upside is a bullish indication, and 50 crossing 200 on the downside is a bearish indication. Now if you see here, all three moving averages are indicating that price is bullish because the price is above the 200-day moving average, above the 100-day moving average, and above the 50-day moving average. So this indicates that Nifty is bullish. So now the second point, since moving averages are slightly far away from the price, right? Slightly far away from the price. So the possibility is that this price can start coming towards the moving average, take support, and then start moving its next leg. So this is another possibility. So moving averages are also telling Nifty on the long-term perspective is still bullish, but on the short-term perspective, since there is a big gap between the moving averages and the price, there might be small correction that can be anticipated, and then once the moving averages start taking moving up and price starts taking the support on the moving averages, the next leg, the next move can be possible where Nifty can break this zone and create a new high, right? So also considering the election season, so since the results will be out soon, so Nifty might take some time, consolidate, correct, and in that correction it can also fill a gap, and then it can start its new move with a big candle that can break this zone and create a new high. So that's the analysis that I had for Nifty today, and yeah, so I think almost all of the points I have covered, whatever I wanted to explain. And thank you guys, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please like it and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed. And we also do post all our analysis in tradingview.com. So if you find some time, please have a look at all these analysis and try to understand and learn yourself. Happy trading and